And we're hot. We're live. Greetings, Pirate Council. May our tall tales please you. When last we left our heroes, they were wandering around the Palace of Heart's Desire, looking for a way to free Zybilna from this time prison. They found themselves a Vorpal sword, they found themselves a butler, and they ransacked a lot of costumes and dresses and just mostly stole a lot of things that weren't nailed down. What they also did, though, which was perhaps even more daring and risque, was they accidentally walked into the room with Malev himself, the nightmare at the heart of the palace, who had claimed the throne for himself, usurping the power of desire to his own nefarious ends. Sorn, bold as brass, challenged his champion to a one-on-one duel, and was somewhat holding his own, with some maybe slight assistance. And it was only when the jig was up, the ruse came undone, that his friends were helping him, that the rest of Malev's forces sprung into action. Pauly took a quick flight from being hidden up in the rafters to attack, but the world was ensorcelled in crackling nightmare magic. And then the sea salt air assaults your noses. The nightmare magic that coiled around you kind of fades into what you see before you. Sorn, Karu, and Yama, you find yourselves on the lower deck of what appears to be multiple broken ships stacked on top of each other, supported by the skulls of long-dead sea beasts that somehow are supported by clouds. You are hundreds of kilometers up above sea level. Looming up above you on this stack of ships, you make out a giant figure. In fact, it's some kind of storm giant. Pauly, you're not with them. You look around. You're in a cage. In fact, you're on a crow's nest, but the crow's nest has a sort of cage built over it. So you have the entire crow's nest to yourself, but you it's sort of like those things on the child playgrounds where it's sort of a cage, it's that lookout tower at the top, but you are unable to fit through these bars despite your slender frame.
Yeah.
There is a... Oh, sorry.
No, that's right. Keep going.
You immediately recognize this and look to see there is a locked hatch in its floor, and with a silver chain clamping one of your legs to a ring on the center mast that can kind of... The ring on the mast can kind of go around. It's on like a bar that lets you move around in circles on this thing, but not move too far away. Everything looks just like you remember it. And that's when you realize you look down at your own hands. Do you want to tell me what you see?
First thing kind of Pauly goes is no. And on Pauly is nothing. He has no weapons. His hands look probably about half the size that they are. Some feathers that have kind of gone, may have fallen out due to male Aarakocra boldness, have come back, and he probably looks around 5 years old.
And in the cage with you are, the small wooden sword that you used to be able to play with, a small broken off piece, sort of a shard of mirror that's sort of leaning up against one of the wrought iron bars, so you can kind of look at yourself. You've got a little a tube, sort of like a small steel tube that you get to use as like a lookout piece. It's got no glass in it or anything like that, but it's sort of a little toy binocular. You can you use all these toys that you remember, and you look down out of your cage and you see a figure you thought you'd long left behind. The great Razdur Gilt, the storm giant pirate.
No, not you! Not you!
as you rattle. You
try to reach through the cage to get at him.
Yeah, he's sort of 60 feet below you, and your arm, you can get to the edge of the cage. You can hold on, with your leg outstretched to keep the silver chain from pulling you back, and you're shaking your tiny fist ineffectually out the bars. I think the three of you in your position, it's a very long distance away, but I think you see that small red hand, even smaller because of the distance, shaking ineffectually from the bars atop the crow's nest. Sorry, the Yarra Cochrane's nest.
I probably even still have some grey feathers, like the scarlet, like the rainbow plumage is probably only just coming through, and it's still just like a bit greying.
Mm-hmm.
It takes time for it to come out.
Absolutely. What are you all going to do? Who goes first?
I'll go first. I'm gonna if we see the Yarra Cochrane hand sort of poking through, I'll be like, hey, that could be one of Pauly's cousins. And I'll be like, hey, Paul, wait, where's Pauly?
Yeah, where's the captain?
Yeah.
Also, why are we on the ship? Where are we?
Yeah, I don't know. I was
How the hell
fighting
did
that
we
guy.
get here?
Yeah, it's
What were we
it's a
doing?
bit blurry around the edges. You remember you were in the palace, but no, you must have decided to come here instead, right?
Can I make
Is that a roll to just because we know we were in
We were fighting Malev too, so we know he's
we know
sorcerer.
about the dream kind of thing because Sorn's been talking about it. But do we have to make a roll to see if we
Yeah,
can
sure.
work
Why
that
don't you all
out?
give me a wisdom saving throw? Pauly, yours is at disadvantage.
Can I argue for Arcana since I am part of the dreaming?
Oh yeah, 4.
Yeah, I'll
You
allow that for
all-
you, Son.
Whoa!
You guys get +3 as well.
That was a
and I
nat
rolled a
1.
Natty 19.
Okay, I got a 17 then.
So, Sorn, you are sort of completely oblivious to a certain extent, right? Like the last thing you remember. Oh yeah, you were always gonna go here.
Well, yeah, that was a plan, guys.
Yeah. Oh no, of course. Pirate ships. Yeah, we're on pirate ships all the time. Yama and Karu, though, you perhaps look at each other and give a bit of a foreboding look. You realize that your bodies are perhaps still back in the Palace of Heart's Desire.
I think.
Are we,
Sorry, you going to do something?
are we trapped in a nightmare without the captain?
Or is he somewhere else here? Hey, Sorn, if we were stuck in a dream right now, how would we get out of it? You seem to know a lot about this kind of stuff.
Especially if you think it's somebody else's dream.
Yeah,
Ooh, maybe that's why we can't find Pauly. Maybe this is his dream.
Maybe
If
we find Pauly and shoot him. That usually wakes me up. If I die in a dream, I wake up.
I mean, yeah,
In your
you could
limited
Is that-
in your limited experience of dreams, like 2 days
Yeah.
worth of dreams.
Yeah, pretty much. in the
Is
one
that just you
singular
wanting
dream
to
I've
live
had.
out your dream?
I mean, I can see what happens if I do this, and I'll pull out one of my nightmare crystals, and I want to touch it to the.
Yeah, so when you pull it out, it definitely you feel somewhat a resonance with this thing, and as you move it about, you kind of go, yeah, okay, yeah, it's definitely picking up sort of dream nightmare energy, though you would need to find the center of the nightmare to be able to use this thing to full effect.
I'm just gonna be like, I'm picking up some bad juju here, guys.
I have a question. Would Pauly have told Karu about his past? Because I've heard it as a player, but do you think there was ever a time, and Timmy, I'm sort of directing this at you, where Karu and Pauly would have talked?
I think to a certain degree, yes. I would have mentioned that I was captive on a Storm Giant's crew, but probably not names.
Yeah.
There was also that moment at the Witchlight Carnival with the Storm Giant that we all experienced your
Don't-
fear on the
I
ride.
don't
Everyone that
like-
went on the roller coaster, I think.
Yeah.
With Pauly. We didn't. Yama
Yeah, you're
and-
right. We were outside, yeah. 'cause we
But I
were
know
outside.
about the storm giant, and we can see a storm giant from where we're chilling.
I've been in Pauly's, like physically in the dream.
If this is Pauly's dream or nightmare, wouldn't the source of it be the giant? He never seemed particularly happy talking about that guy.
Yeah, and I'll Sorn will be like, yeah, when I saw each of your dreams,
You saw each of our dreams?
I had
hang on.
influence over them. I made yours nicer. Don't worry. I made them nice. It's okay. But Pauly was afraid of storms. Storm giants. Storm. It's half the name, so I'm still playing off that nat one.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I like
let's
it.
go with that, but I think we need to have a discussion later about boundaries.
Yeah, and consent.
And
Yeah, I
consent.
mean, I saw your dream with your son, and like someone was coming to, like an army was marching on you or something, and I like made the army go away.
Yeah. I imagine that's Yama's expression, like actually just like
Yeah,
low nodding wide eyes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I broke into your house, but I stopped a thief coming in.
I turned the alarm on the way out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
should we try and talk to that giant, or at least get closer to him?
Yeah, let's get closer to the giant. I feel like the captain will be over there too.
Yeah,
Do you think
maybe.
he'll be in the center of all this?
I mean, I feel like I've heard things about giants, and I don't know anything about storm giants, but I think giants are kind of just like dicks. So probably err on the side of caution here. But we can try and go have a chat.
Well, what do you know about the dreams? Like, if we take damage here, what happens? Is it psychic damage, or will we die in real life?
I mean, I've been like pushed out of a dream before, and I was fine. But that was in my dream realm. This isn't my magic, so I don't know.
Yeah, especially with that 5 Arcana, I would say you're somewhat out of your depth here. But each of you, as you you can smell the salt air. You look down through the cloud that this monstrosity of a ship is floating on, and it's this sort of roiling storm cloud. You can feel electricity in the air. The hairs on those of you with hair standing up on end. Everything feels pretty real.
Can I also, after a little bit of time passed, like through this, can I use my magical guidance to re-roll that Arcana check? See if I like find my footing a little bit.
Sure, yeah. As you sort
start
of
off with
exploring
that
the space.
terrible,
Yeah,
like that. Start off with the nat one and see if we can improve upon that.
sure thing.
That's a 10. It is better.
It is better. So yeah, with that, I think you kind of get a taste of the air, and you go, things can hurt us in here.
Yeah, I think we should probably be very careful.
And as you say that, you see one of the sort of a pirate, just a human looking individual, up on one of the upper decks of the ship, sees you all standing around there, and yells, "Prepare to rebel, boarders!"
Oh, great.
Someone will turn around and be like, "Who's boarding? We're on board. We've
I think
boarded."
he means us.
Yeah, Karu didn't understand that either. He's like, borders? Repel? What? How's go? Oh,
As we
Guys,
Is there
we're
an
the-
invasion
we're
force?
the invaders here.
this is Karu's video moment, Cait. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorn will straight up just like summon his weapon and turn around ready, just like, wait.
Pauly, let's cut back to you in this cage. What is your headspace? What are your actions currently?
Okay, does he have 2 eyes?
Yes.
Son of a bitch.
This is the I say younger, but this is the Razdur guilt of your childhood. He still has both his eyes.
I'm coming up with this name on the fly, but remember the bosun we talked about? So I'm going to call him Scrampy.
Scrampy the bosun.
Scrampy the bosun. I'm going to yell out for Scrampy and see if Scrampy's around.
Sure thing. Yeah. So
Like Pauly, by the way, I can't do a childish voice. I apologize, but like Pauly does even sound like a kid. You know what I mean? Like everything about this, he's like
that high
afraid.
squeaky.
Yeah. Like he's like screaming out for Scrampy.
Yeah, you see Razdur kind of look up, and he says something, but he's quite far away. You don't sort of hear what he said. There's sort of you hear kind of a rumble on the air, and you see your old friend Scrampy, friend being an interesting term, coming up with a small. Climbing up the mast or climbing up the ladder up to your cage, with a small sack that you know that usually they have seeds in and things like that to give you, maybe some cuttlefish, coming up to feed you.
Can I look at the anklet like that's got to be attached to the mask? What does the actual lock look like?
I think it's definitely like a simple lock. It would have. It's almost like a chained around your leg with like a padlock holding it tight around your taloned feet, right? So it's narrow enough that you can't just slip your leg out.
Pauly is not in a good headspace. He is freaking out, like hyperventilating, just yelling for Scrampy, trying to get out.
Yeah, messing up all the sawdust and loose feathers and stuff like that in your cage.
Yeah.
As you kind of do laps around yelling, you brush aside things. What else do we find in Pauly's cage?
Not much. He was not really given much. Yeah, you're right. Wooden little sword, little broken bit of mirror. I think maybe he'll have like a little teddy bear that's like really ratty. That Scrampy took off a murdered child that they raided.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like blood, like darkened blood stains on it, but it's the only
that
toy.
kind of brown color of dried blood.
Yeah. That's the only toy that he had.
Yeah. And in kind of one corner, you're able to, as you walk around, you feel a sort of a warmer patch. That this is typically where you kind of bedded down, especially when it got stormy or it got rainy and stuff like that. You are protected over the top. The cage does have a roof, though you're not really protected from the elements on the sides. And as you walk past, you go to this sort of warm spot that feels very familiar. It's kind of the only kind of warmth in this place, especially when you're so high up often. It reminds you of that kind of nest experience. And in there you see just sort of remnants of small broken shell that have left sort of little smoldering marks on the bottom of the deck, the wooden deck of the floor of the Aarakocra nest.
These are part of my shell,
Yep.
My eggshell. Yeah. Can I yell out to the captain and go, "You prick! Let me out of here! I'm not this kid anymore! I'm not!"
As Scrampy's kind of coming up the ladder, Razdur kind of looks up at you, stands up off his sort of skeletal throne, and you see him even grow in size to be able to be eye level with the mast, and he just says in this sort of big rumbling voice, "Who's a pretty boy then?"
I try bite his hand, bite his finger.
And he's like, "Yes, he is," and he's like tapping on the bars.
Yeah, I'm gonna try I want to try bite his finger.
Yeah.
No, get off me! No.
Does Pauly want a cracker? And as Scrampy kind of climbs up there and comes in, he's like, "Oh, leave him alone, Captain. He's just a little bit upset. He's just had a bad dream, haven't you, young lad? It's not scary. It's okay.
No,
it's okay."
No, this has to be the dream. No, this has to be the dream. I got out of here. I took his goddamn eye.
Oh, you hear? And the captain says, "Oh, poor little Pauly was scared that he got out and got lost. It's okay, little one. You're back safe now."
No, I'm never safe here. No.
And so Razdur, kind of seemingly mollified, kind of goes back and goes to sit down. As he does, Scrampy's like, "Oh, it's okay, Pauly," and he's giving you little, like, you know, strokes with the curled finger kind of thing, like with the knuckle, kind of like calm you down, reset your feathers a little bit. He's like, "Oh, have some seeds. It's all right. Have this little bit of fish. There you go."
I want to kick over the seeds. I'm like, Scrampy, no! You helped me get free. You did.
Oh, yeah. What are you talking about, mate?
No, remember, Scrampy, you helped me. You helped me get out of here.
And as you say that, you hear the call from one of the other pirates, the "Prepare to repel boarders," and you hear a bit of a horn go up. Oh, and there's a flurry of activity below.
Can I look towards where that is?
Yeah, absolutely. You see 3 figures way down in the distance. You can grab your little steel pipe to kind of look down. Doesn't amplify anything, but you see what looks to be some sort of ebony blue red-skinned invaders onto the ship, possibly pirates.
Yeah, pirates. You always wanted to be a pirate.
But not this kind of pirate. They're the worst kind of pirates.
Sorn and Pauly were official pirates.
We cut back
I'm just
down.
gonna go to Scrampy. Can you just, like, help me? You have like a little clip or a lockpick. Let me try escape.
Give me a persuasion check.
My persuasion's really good. I actually want to do this at disadvantage.
I was thinking that, yeah, because you're a kid. Yeah. Pretty much everything you do in this area is probably going to be at disadvantage.
Still 21.
Still very good. He's still a very charming child.
Yeah.
There's sort of a flicker over Scrampy's face. You can see that, you know, just as you remembered, he kind of looks at you with that, with empathy, and, you know, realizes how hard you have it, and then sort of almost like a black mask of, you know, similar to the smoke above Malev, kind of flickers across his face, and then it goes away, and he's just emotionless and stone faced, and says, "Of course not, Pauly. You'll be staying here forever." But as he goes, you see his hand kind of twitch and drop a small bent piece of metal, as if he hasn't even noticed, as he goes back down out the hatch.
Always snatches it. Yeah, just like snatches it up.
We'll go back to the rest of the party. Sorry. Yep.
Did we, like, the stone giant, like, I feel like Karu is pretty fascinated by this fucking giant. So, like, would I have watched him, like, get up and move over to, like, the crow's nest and just been, like, watching all of that? Like, is there something I can roll to see if I can be like, oh?
I think you would definitely see it. So this figure, who probably you can kind of just make out in the distance on the top of this thing, the angles aren't great and so on, but he actively walked and then grew even larger just so that he could, like, poke at this cage. And was standing up there for all to see, and then kind of shrunk back down a bit again, and then kind of went out of view.
Yeah, I think watching that, I think Kara's like, look, I have nothing to base this on, but maybe Pauly's up there, like, with the giant somewhere. Oh boy, he's fun.
You need to shave.
Yeah. So
but I mean, we still got to get up there.
He's got sort of this big golden crown around his head. Little bits of lightning kind of crackling off him as he moves.
Yeah, let's not fight that guy.
Hey, he's got lightning around him. Fuck with that. I'm gonna fuck him up and take his lightning.
Does anyone have a healing potion? It sounds like they're about to be on top of us.
Yeah, as you kind of say that, there's a number of different figures who have come over the edge of some of the higher parts of this ship conglomerate. You see a couple of humans, but you also see weird figures that are just sort of like squat beings of muscle with multiple arms, 2 mouths. You see an
Why?
you see
I was close to my screen and everything. Come on.
I was exactly the same. I was like squinting at it.
You see an air elemental, sort of this tornado of wind, push forward and kind of lean over as well, as if it is also, looking over and peering down at you. And you can see it has just like an eye patch that's floating around it in its circles. And just, all sorts of figures, none of them as large as the giant, but certainly all kinds of demonic, humanoid, elemental, monstrous beings that kind of look down at you and kind of level their weapons at you all.
Right, yeah, so does anyone have a health potion that I can
I'll toss
make?
one over.
Amazing, just a basic.
4 plus 2.
Sorry?
2d4 plus 2.
Thank you. 2d4 plus 2 plus a d6.
How many people do you think I can carry with the slippers of lightning? Ride lightning.
It's however many you physically could carry, so I think...
I'm strong.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you're right. Thing is, if you carry Yama, I definitely don't think you can carry Sorn. I think you could carry like a Sorn and a Pauly in a pinch, but not Yama as well. Yama's a heavy boy with all that armor.
I know.
Maybe a naked Yama.
Maybe a naked Yama.
All right, Yama, take off your clothes.
It only takes 30
Not
minutes
again!
to doff full plate armor, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it probably does.
I could use that 30 minutes to attune my new sword.
Get naked or attune a sword, you gotta choose. D&D's all about choice.
No, you guys strip me and I'll sit here and stare at this sword.
So yeah, they're all looking down at you, and one of them kind of yells out the challenge. State your business or prepare to be destroyed. In the name of the great Razdur Guilt.
Sorn wants to try exactly what he tried last time.
Okay.
Well,
We're here to challenge him. Or speak with him. It's up to you.
Oh, what is it? A challenge or a speaking? He doesn't
I mean,
do
it depends on...
He doesn't do poetry challenges anymore. That was the old Razdur.
But I wanted to do some slam poetry. And I stamped my foot on the ground.
He was the best at slam poetry.
Yeah. He had to retire. He was too good.
he was too good.
I mean, we just seek an audience, really.
And what is your business? What do
What is
you offer
anyone's
the great
business?
the pirate king?
What is anyone's business on the seas?
We're a long ways from the seas.
There's water right there.
Land level. You point down. It's like kilometers down below you.
Yeah, but it's there.
Maybe Sorn
what
has
is-
never been this high up before because he's from the underground. Like
Yeah, no, I don't know where the... Oh, I mean...
perspective
I feel like
is difficult at this height.
through my blood,
lack
I
of
could be
oxygen.
like, the height is fine. Like...
Yeah.
Because... Storm God. Like
Sure.
the Storm Lord. Oh! I've just given myself an idea.
Can Yama just add to that, we've come across some great treasure and we're looking for someone to trade. And Yama's shiny. He's the gold.
You are the great treasure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tribute. Give me a persuasion check, Yama.
I think I can add
Or deception, I guess, if this is a lie.
Kind of is.
Sorry, what am I doing? Persuasion. Okay, I can give myself a +5 bonus to persuasion for 10 minutes. Let me do that. Oh god. So 15.
15?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, so actually what happens is the flowery crown, maybe like always there but not quite visible, does kind of bloom, and wings, like beautiful butterfly wings, pop out behind him, and yeah, he gets a +5 charisma based checks for an hour.
Very good. Do you announce your title or anything like that with with the wings and with the crown, or is it more just we're here to pay tribute?
Yeah, we're here to pay tribute and just lets the crown kind of speak for itself.
They say, "Wow, very well. You will leave everything you have with the great Razdur, and if it is not enough, well, you'll see the outcome of his slam poetry." As he kind of, weapons are still all aimed at you. They beckon you up the planks and the rafters.
Are storm giants in any way associated with the Storm Lord?
No. So actually, give me a religion check.
21.
So you would know that the storm giants, or the giants in general, have their own, almost like caste system. And the only thing that storm giants revere, or at least traditionally, are titans, which were kind of antithetical to the gods themselves. So giants really don't have don't really follow, like, or definitely don't follow like Talos and stuff like that. They don't really sort of believe in the gods. They believe they come from the titans, who were kind of pre-gods, and they think that the gods are, just pretenders.
I'm not gonna tie into what I was gonna try and tie into.
I mean, there are maybe like, giant, well, what they would consider a god, but it's more like the progenitor of their people, right? Like the All-Father-esque kind of thing. Cool. So you all sort of make your way up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can we like, as we're walking up, like, there's room for us to chat, right?
Sure.
I don't know what to chat about, but like, what the hell are we doing here, guys?
Nervously chatting about nothing.
Yeah.
Sorn's you notice that Sorn's holding on to a black rose.
Sorn's holding a black rose. Yama's holding a really intense-looking Vorpal blade that he can't really use right now, but he's like willing it.
So Karu, the squid boy, is the most normal and like well-adjusted one of the three right now. Is what you two are saying.
I feel like you guys know what the rose is.
Oh, we know what the rose is for
Okay,
sure.
cool.
Yeah.
It does look a bit weird.
I look a bit. I'm giving him a flower. Maybe he hasn't been given a flower in a while.
Karu's just parkouring around.
No, I'm behaving. There's a lot of dudes here. But I think, he's like leaning in like between the two of you, and it's just like, so like, I don't know, I guess like we keep an eye out for the captain, and then what? Like, break him out wherever he is?
We need to like wake him or something.
Yeah, do we just gotta wake him up? Like shake him awake or something?
I could electrocute him awake.
I could electrocute him awake, Sorn. It doesn't always have to be. It's not just you can do lightning things now.
I mean, it's in my blood.
But like, do we just like pinch him or something? And like, if we find him, do we just
Oh, we should put his hand in a glass of warm water.
Yeah.
I've got some whipped cream.
Hell yeah, okay, I like that plan. No, but I mean, like, okay, so if we do find him, like, I'm assuming all three of us going to keep our eyes out for him. Do we just rush to get to him, or do we wait? Like, I'm kind of like, I could get to him quickly, is what I'm saying.
I mean, if you can get to him quickly and wake him up, it's worth a shot.
Yeah. I think so too. Go for the captain first.
Like, just the moment we spot him?
I'll try to distract him by talking, and you go for the captain.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I will be able to do it quietly.
Nah, that's fine. I think I know where you're going with this.
Yeah,
And it's not quiet at all.
No.
If you could be quick, I think it'll be fine.
It's very quick.
I can do quick.
Yeah.
So you're in part of that conversation. You'll let up the different planks and the deckings and the railings and so on. Pauly, what are you doing up there in your cage with your little burnt piece of metal?
I'm gonna see if I can probably keeping up the he's kind of sniffled a bit all right, and I'm gonna keep making noises let me out, but I'm gonna be trying to pick at my my lock.
All right, give me a sleight of hand check with disadvantage.
Oh wow. One was a nutty 20, but it's still disadvantage. But it's 31 still.
How do you want to narrate to me a 31?
Fucking hell.
Which lock are you going for?
The one on my ankle.
Yeah.
That's the first one.
Yeah, so you're able to, you're sort of wailing away. It sort of sounds like high-pitched seagull cries, perhaps. Not really words, especially for your companions at kind of this distance. But whilst you're doing that, you're kind of seated, on your butt, leg out in front of you, just trying to get out of this. And you're able to kind of pop the lock on the silver chain.
Yeah. All right. From there, I'm just gonna kind of look around. I'm gonna grab my wooden sword and put it in my belt.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe use that broken mirror, to look down and use it as a reflection thing and see if I can see where everyone is.
Absolutely.
See if anyone's coming up the ladder or anything like that.
So no one's coming up the ladder. Obviously, the ladder hatch opens from underneath. So unfortunately, you don't really have access to that. But you can see that these three figures are being kind of led up through the gauntlet of pirates here in the crew. And Guilt is, comes up and sort of walks forward to overlook them from his sort of even raised position. Now, in this current form, he's giant-sized. I was trying to see if there's an actual size for this. But he's probably at least sort of 30, maybe even 40 feet tall. And he's standing on a platform about 10 feet above you, so...
Can I see the people?
Yeah, I think from that distance, I think you can.
Alright, I'll yell out to him. I'll be like, Sorn! Yama! Karu! Help!
We hear him?
I think so.
My little tiny hands around.
Why is that baby bird yelling at us?
I think that's the captain.
Well, that's weird. It's really fucking weird.
Oh, I hate this.
You've come to deliver tribute to the great Razdur Guilt. You are wise. What islands do you represent? And what do you bring? So that I may offer favor instead of fire upon your homes.
I mean, I'm from Menzo Berenzan, so if you want to go light that on fire, good luck.
Okay. Yama's just gonna walk in front of Sorn and be like, oh, great, Captain Guilt, we are here, and unfortunately you have misunderstood us. We are not here to pay tribute to you, though we do admit your might. We are here to collect our friend, whom we believe you are holding unjustly.
Ah, ransom you're paying. Yes. Though, I don't think we have many prisoners at the moment. And he kind of looks over at the bosun, who kind of shrugs and says, I'm afraid if we did have your friends, then you were too late with this ransom. We've probably thrown them overboard. They're not worth feeding if they're not worth money.
Well, perhaps there is a pet that you would part with. Perhaps for the right price. And Yama's just gonna start making eyes at Karu.
Now? Do I go now?
What pet do you speak, and what is this price you're willing to pay?
A certain bird we're looking for.
Can I just say that I make eyes at Sorn, as in and then I tap my head at him
Eh,
What?
do it.
oh my god, I'm trying to tell you to do something.
Ah.
Just
Karu starts dancing.
I'm just
yeah.
really big eyes just doing this to you.
Everyone's making big eyes at each other and no one's talking to the giant.
Sorn's a little bit confused as to why can't I do anything to influence this world, because it's kind of my thing. Sorn feels very useful and is just
It's very distracted, it seems, and Karu is having difficulty getting his attention.
pretty much just think out loud and Sorn will know what you're saying.
As in speak out loud?
No, think.
Okay, Karu is going to, when you don't get the hint, he's going to, in his mind, so he's going to stare very intensely at you, and he's going to be like, Sorn, do you want to come with me?
Oh, sure, yeah, let's go.
Okay, and I link arms with Sorn, and I cast, I use the slippers to get up to the hatch of the nest.
I will say, just before you do that, as that is happening, Sorn, you're obviously lost in thought. You're thinking about why you can't influence this realm. I mean, you certainly haven't tried to influence it in any overt way from what you've said, but you can feel that sort of gem in your pocket resonating stronger as you're kind of led up to this area. As Karu puts her hand on you and thinks to you, we're going. And with a crack of lightning, a sort of a lightning bolt appears underneath, in front of Karu like a skateboard, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah.
You grab Sorn, leap onto it, and just bolt up onto the side or up onto the ladder where the hatch is, or onto the side of the cage, or?
Well, I can't get in the cage, and also that would be dumb because then we're in the cage. So I imagine it would be up the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
The cage looks fully caged in. It doesn't look like I could go on top of it or anything like that.
It has a roof, but you don't think that would allow you any access, no?
Yeah, I can see into it on the map, but there's actually a roof there. Is kind of
correct. There's bars and a roof. It's sort of like like a McDonald's playpen or whatever, the towers for kids or whatever.
Oh, they turned that old Pizza Hut into a pirate ship. Cool.
Yeah.
So then I will go straight to the hatch.
Okay. As Sorn, as you and Karu are kind of launched on this lightning bolt, it's very familiar for you, Sorn. You've used this ability in the past. You feel that resonance subside as you get up and further away from the giant.
In that instant of us darting up there, Sorn's head's gonna snap back towards the giant.
Yeah.
Like a crack of lightning as well, because of my blood. He's just gonna react at the same speed and be like, ah.
I will say that person is in the line, so
yeah.
they'll get electrocuted.
Do you want to roll the damage for me?
Sure.
What about Pythagoras?
14. Dexterity saving throw.
All right. What's your DC?
12. Oh, saves.
He saves. So takes half.
Yeah.
So he is scorched by this lightning as you fly past, and I think the entire area goes into chaos at that moment, and we're going to roll initiative again.
Yeah. I did say it's not going to be quiet.
I can't talk my way out of this. Yama's gesticulating about a bird.
Well, I mean, let's see. I think what do you say as that pops off?
Yeah, so this pops off and Yama's like, oh, they're just inspecting the goods, and it's very important to us that we find this one particular red bird, and this pet that you have looks quite remarkable, and we do have this large chest of gold that we think would be quite adequate.
Yama just to his own magnificent pecs.
Yes, yeah.
Chest
Of gold.
Give me a. I think it's going to be a persuasion or a deception check, but it's going to be with disadvantage. You'll still have your plus, but you have just. Yeah. I think the situation looks dodgy for sure.
Okay, I'm going to go with the deception. Disadvantage, not advantage. Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. 17.
All right, let's see.
And then
I'm going to make an insight check for the...
Okay.
For Razdur here. So he got a 13. So whilst you launch up there in lightning quick, everyone's kind of readied their weapons, and he kind of raises a hand and says, and everyone's still ready to fire. Like everyone is on a knife's edge at the moment. But the talk of gold and the fact that you are gleaming resplendently. You've got the wings, you've got a crown, he's got a crown, everyone's got crowns. He kind of holds a hand up, and everyone kind of holds, and he says, "Why would I part with my most prized pet?"
Well, now, because I would be pleased to make you quite the offer, and I want to pull out, and I have a potion of growth, and the way that he grew to tap on the cage of Pauly, I also want to grow and just take a step next to him, and as I say, come, let us have tea and discuss terms. And I'm going to take a potion of growth.
Excellent. I love that. So yeah, you take a potion of growth to grow. You're quite large now. You're still maybe a head or two shorter than him, but you're definitely a lot larger than everything else on this ship to a certain degree, and you're able to easily pull yourself up onto his level, and your stuff, I guess, has kind of grown with you. So you're able to pull out sort of giant-sized teacups and a pot of water and stuff. Everyone is still kind of very much on edge. And he says, well, you'll find that this bird is unique, and I could not part with it for mere gold. But we can have tea and discuss if there is something you have uniquely of value. I wouldn't trade this bird for just anything.
I am sure such an arrangement can be made, and Yama's just gonna kind of buying time, I guess. He's just going through the ceremony, putting together this tea, and maybe making a little bit more small talk.
Yep. Well, I love that. So he invites you over. He sits on his throne, sort of a large chair, a large stool is brought over for you, and a table for you to do your thing. Whilst Karu and Sorn, you're kind of hanging out on the underside of this cage, or this crow's nest, with the and Karu, you know from this position you could easily pull yourself up, pull yourself onto the side and look in, but you're kind of underneath it now, where the trapdoor is.
Yeah, I want to open the trapdoor.
You think that might cause problems.
Can I try open it from my side or no?
You can try, but it'd probably be. I mean, in this scenario, like they've just gone up there, it would look like for everyone on the deck that they opened it, right? If you open it, but that's not to stop you from doing it. But I'm just saying that they're standing right at that trapdoor. If it opens from everyone else's point of view, it's going to be like they busted it open.
Right. Okay.
But would Pauly care about that in that scenario? I don't know.
No,
I just want to give you the full ramifications.
Yeah, no.
Of,
Yeah, definitely wouldn't try. I'm going to try to get out. I'm freaking out.
Okay.
Like Pauly's just like, I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here.
How do you want to try and leave this locked trapdoor open?
Can I reach the lock from my position?
No, it's locked from the outside.
Are you communicating at all, like, with
Not
Sorn and I?
sensible. Yeah, I'm like, Sorn, Karu, get me out of here. Sorn, Karu, get me out of here. Like, it's not, nothing's actually of help. Something snapped in the captain's mind.
That always happens.
I think seeing the captain so distressed, or like seeing his friend so distressed, I feel like Karu will want to just get him out, even if that's not necessarily the diplomatically smart thing to do in this moment.
Mm-hmm.
Are we like in like, do I have to sort of use my actions like an initiative kind of style
Not
thing?
necessarily. I mean, you can narrate it to me or tell me what you're doing.
Well, Karu, I think, wants to transform into his hybrid version.
Yes,
so
let's all get big.
Yeah. So I think, he's going to transform in this moment because it gives him advantage on strength checks. It does a few things, obviously. But he's kind of going to look at the door and be like, well, I don't know how to lockpick.
Yeah, it's got one of those like big iron padlocks on it. Yeah.
So I think, I'm going to hybrid transform and I'm going to try and bust it down just with strength, essentially.
So after a few moments of Yama and guilt kind of making tea, Yama's kind of drawing it out. Sorn, wrapped in one tentacle, whilst Karu's like holding on to the ladder. Sorn, you feel that tentacle elongate and start getting slimy as it's wrapped around you. And Katie, correct me if I'm wrong. I think you get slimier when you transform.
I do. It's like a black viscous that just kind of oozes.
So that's all over your brand new clothes, Sorn, and just dripping down on you as you like try to get hold of the ladder and get out from this mutating monstrosity.
I'll let myself slide down the ladder a little. I'll go down a couple of rungs.
Yeah, I actually think it's pretty fucking terrifying because Karu is like semi-shrouded in shadow underneath this thing, and then suddenly he just kind of becomes even more monstrous and just oozing viscous liquid. Yeah, I feel like this doesn't look good for us.
Sword seen some real fucked up shit.
Yeah, I just mean like no one on the ship is gonna be like, oh yeah, those guys seem chill.
I could be like, Karu, would you like some privacy? Like I can cast darkness up here.
Then I can't see.
I can.
That doesn't help me.
As Karu begins transforming, Pauly, obviously you're freaking out. I'm imagining something like putting the wooden sword in the seam and trying to like lever the locked door open just ineffectually. As Pauly's panic is kind of growing, maybe even especially as you see like tentacles wrapping themselves around the bars for purchase. I'm gonna have you all take 7 psychic damage as just the nightmare starts sort of eating away at you all.
Wow.
Is that 7?
7. But Karu, you've transformed. All the pirates are kind of starting to look up and are like, "Hey, what is that?" As you, I assume, just punch the.
I actually like to think that what he does is he uses his slightly longer tentacles to kind of like brace himself, almost semi upside down, and he kicks the door.
Yeah.
Like he sort of kicks upwards full might.
Oh, give me that athletics check with advantage then.
Just checking if there's anything else to these bonuses. No, just advantage. I'm gonna roll it twice because whenever I try to do advantage by clicking the thing, it like doesn't come through.
Gets angry.
19.
19. I think with the 19, you definitely like this is just an iron lock, you know, to prevent Pauly getting out. It's not meant to withstand this kind of force. So Pauly, you're perhaps flung back as the trapdoor gets blown in. The padlock kind of falls down to the depths below. And we're just going to go back into that fight, I believe.
I'm so sorry. This little traumatized Pauly
it's fine.
No, just like this little traumatized Pauly just sees this fucking like terrifying squid thing come up the stairs, going, "It's all right, Pauly." Like after kicking the door.
Pauly, what Pauly does in that situation, like he cowers like behind the mast, and then just rushes into Karu's arms and cries. Like big hug, just going, thank you.
You're wrapped in tentacles now.
What resistances do you have, Karu, whilst you're in this form?
Why is this going to determine what you pick to damage me with?
No, I have an idea in my head. I just want to know if it's relevant.
I have a bonus to my AC, and I have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical attacks not made with silvered weapons.
All right. It's none of those things. You're going to take psychic damage, but what you feel as Pauly kind of runs into you, and it kind of runs into your arms, that you're able to, I'm assuming, like monkey the top half of your large body through this hole as you're still like anchored on the outside. You feel sort of this heat coming off Pauly. And as you like hold him out, he's shaking in terror, and you can feel sort of this warmth from him that's kind of burning your skin somewhat, drying out your skin and burning you. You're going to take... it's only 5 psychic damage, but you feel it as heat. You feel it as fire.
Cool.
But you're able to get him and kind of calm him down, and that kind of dissipates, that goes away. And we're going to start combat. So I've got everyone's initiative apart from Yama.
Oh, whoops, sorry. Whoop.
Excellent. And Pauly, you're first to act. You're being held by Karu. You hear a cacophony of activity as, you know, pistol crossbows are being loaded, air elementals are getting revved up, and Razdur has kind of like knocked over the tea table, and as he stood up and is just like, "What is this?"
How dare he?
Pauly's gonna kind of like slowly like unwrap himself from, you know, Karu's arms, like sniff, you know, clear off like a tear from his eye, and goes, "I guess I gotta take his fucking eye again." And then just dives for Razgul.
Yep.
Yes.
Excellent. So you swoop in, sort of at that eye line. You got the sword out. You got talons. What are you using here?
Am I? I'm still Babby Pauly?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to try and just gouge his eye out with my wooden sword.
Excellent. So roll it as if it's talon, but with disadvantage. Sure. And we just won't count any like elemental damage and things like that.
14 to hit.
Unfortunately, 14 is not going to hit, as he sort of steps to the side and kind of with a bit of a backhand, you know, his backhand just moving just creates wind to kind of buffet you off to the side as you try and scream and lunge at him with this sword.
Do I have any of my abilities?
Yeah, I think you still have. Yeah,
and match that motherfucker. He's mine. He's mine.
In fact, because you have your, because you are first to act, don't you usually get advantage?
I do, yes.
So they would cancel each other out. So I'm happy for you to roll again and just take this next result.
Sure. Dirty
20 will do it. So you fly in. Now, the way I'm going to narrate this is obviously that one attack is not going to pull this eye out. I think you're going to have to do, as a group, kind of weaken him somewhat before you can go in for that eye gouging.
I'm just gouging for his eye. That's all I want to do. So without the lightning damage,
Yep.
Is 25. Fucking hate him.
Yeah, he does not like that. You're sort of scraping him with the wooden sword. It's sort of leaving tiny little cuts and nicks on him. The talons as you fly by are sort of tearing at him. You're flapping at him like a magpie, swooping all around his head. And he's just like, "Oh, what, Pauly, get back in your cage." He doesn't perhaps see the issue with this at the moment.
I'm just going to panache him as well. So he only attacks me.
All right. So he has to make a. Is it a charisma versus his? What is that? Sorry.
So it is. I can make a persuasion check contested by his insight.
Insight.
Do you want me to roll disadvantage still?
Yes.
It makes more fun.
Yeah. He did not.
16.
He did not roll well. He got a 6. So he is absolutely just, I've got to get my bird back in its cage, and is just kind of ignoring everything else at the moment. The other pirates, definitely not ignoring everything else at the moment. Let's give him a little... we'll put a little charmed on him there so we can remember. The sort of metal automaton at his side, he's got sort of a little... it's almost like a gnome to him, but it's sort of like a full-sized metal warrior. Steps forward to you, Yama, and the hand disappears inside sort of the arm of this creature, and then a blade comes out, and it sort of charges towards you and just starts swinging its arm blade. 10, I assume, is not going to hit. And a 13 is not going to hit.
Nice. Clang, clang.
So he's stepped forward to you. The Scrampy, the bosun, is kind of like looking up and seeing all this kind of pop off. He raises like he's kind of like got a crossbow with a net on it, as he's sort of, typically the one who kind of captures Pauly or puts Pauly back, and you see him raise it, and he's sort of got it centered on Pauly. And actually, everyone, give me a perception check.
$15.
Okay. Yeah, with that, you all see he's got it aimed at Pauly, and he just moves to the side a little bit, and then just fires the net, and it kind of whiffs past Pauly.
Good old Scrampy.
The wizard the pirate wizard who got stung by your lightning, Karu, points up at you, where you and Sorn are, and starts sort of casting a spell, and you see this sort of green arrow start to appear between their fingers, and they launch it up at you. Make a ranged attack against the target. Cool. I assume 11 does not hit, though.
Nope.
Because it misses, you take 5 acid damage, or you feel it as psychic damage. But if you are resistant to acid, I'll let you take that resistance. No, you're just goopy. You're not acidy.
I'm acid because I'm still holding the black robe.
Oh, you're resistant? Oh, well, this just hit Karu, the big beast.
Okay.
Yeah. Where have we got the... Actually, I've got to change change the music. We need some battle music now.
Battle music.
Sick. There we go. What's this guy got up his sleeve?
Well, this is awesome music.
He's gonna climb up to the top here. Sees you, Yama, this big old thing you are, and you see him kind of loading and shooting. He's got 4 arms. That's the little guy with the 4 arms and the 2 mouths. And you see he's got sort of like 3 crossbows and a morning star. And he just, with 3 of the crossbows, just fires at you. 23 to hit.
Yep.
22 to hit.
Yep.
And 7.
Pretty good aim.
So I assume the 7 will miss, but the 2 that hit, you're going to take 7 damage and then 4 damage.
Okay.
And that's just regular piercing. Yeah. Cool. More of these creatures start swarming the decks. That's going to take his whole move to get there. What's this guy got? He's going to have to do the same. The air elemental sort of starts winding its way up. What's its movement? Fly 90. Oh yeah.
Boy.
It's gonna fly up to where you 2 are, and kind of encircle both of you. As you start getting kind of battered by the it's got sort of gold coins, and you see like the eye patch fly past, and it's just battering you with these metallic coins. I need you both to make a strength saving throw.
I have advantage on that because of my form.
Nice.
Well, still 15.
You both succeed. You beat a DC 13 strength saving throw. It's probably lucky because on a failure you would be flung 20 feet away off the top of this mast. Target takes half the bludgeoning damage, so you would have taken 23 bludgeoning damage, but you're going to take, because you succeeded, you're going to take 11, we'll call it.
And then I halve it again because I have resistance to it at the moment.
Sure.
So 6?
Yep. And Sorn's going to take the 11. Cool. See, as you're getting kind of buffeted holding on to this ladder, one of the pirates below has like a hook on a rope that he swings around and launches it up to you, but perhaps because you're in this whirlwind, it just gets knocked aside, and you're not grabbed by the hook.
Yeah, go away, Thresh.
We got Karu's turn, there's a wizard, and then it's Yama and Sorn.
Can I like leap down, like leap to like here?
Sure.
Like, I can't.
Yeah,
because I got 55 speed, so like I feel like I could leap down and then get to like the legs of the giant.
Yeah,
essentially.
sure thing.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna do that, and then I want to hit it with my cutlass.
Okay. Yeah. Now I think this does break the panache, but
It does.
it's fine if you're wanting to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Sorry, bud. Didn't hear you do that.
All good.
Sorry. I was just wondering for my bonus action if I should do a thingy.
Do the thingy.
Do a thingy. I will, for my bonus action, do a thingy. I was sorry. Look, I'm just going to keep going flame because I like flame. So I'm going to cast Rite of Flame on my cutlass.
Yep.
Let me just take my. Damn it. Damage. And then I will now. So it's now like blazing with flame, and I'm just going to cut at this guy's calves, basically.
Yeah.
21 to hit.
Hits. Yep.
So 10 slashing damage, and 1 fire damage.
Yep. First attack.
And then I'll hit him again. Just going to focus on one leg.
Yep.
And Jesus, Katsu. I'm assuming a 12 doesn't hit.
12 does not hit, unfortunately.
Yeah, cool. That's me done.
The wizard that's kind of right next to you, Yama, is going to reach. What's he?
Fucking wizard.
What has he got? And all this shit is like ranged. He's going to sort of start conjuring wind and air, and is going to try and push you with this sort of gust of wind. A line of wind 60 feet long and 10 feet wide starts ripping through or towards you in kind of this direction. I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oof, here we go. Come on. Oh, yeah.
Oh, easily. Yeah. So you're buffeted by this wind. It kind of doesn't even push back your ethereal butterfly wings. You can feel it just curving around your golden frame.
Awesome.
And it's your turn.
All right. Yama's just gonna step up and also try and cut this dude down. So Katana strike. Ooh, natty 19, 27.
Hell yes!
And I'm so big too, so my weapon does extra damage. Plus, I'm going to do a smite. I'm going to use a level 3 spell slot for a smite. So I do 8 plus 24, so 32 points of damage.
Nice.
Very good.
And then I go in for my second strike. So that's 12.
12.
Can I use an inspo?
You absolutely can. We have 4 thanks to...
I know, I saw 4. Natty 19, yay!
Wait, yeah, how do we get more inspo?
From subs, right?
I put in a sub before.
Oh, you did last week?
No, this week. Just then, just
Just
before.
then? Oh, now I got to put it back to 4. God damn you.
And that's another 35 points of damage.
Very good.
God
35.
damn.
Amazing. So Yama's just like golden light, like as his like divine favor basically pops off. Oh,
Yeah, he doesn't love that. As you just sort of start carving in, you can obviously reach those kind of mid areas of him in your larger form, and
I feel like Yama's just like, you should have given me my friend back.
Very good. All right, Sorn.
Alrighty. Well, I'm inside the air element.
Correct, but it doesn't have a grip on you because you were able to resist its whirlwind. So you haven't been knocked prone, you haven't been thrown out or anything like that.
I'm going to just make my way to the deck because I can't jump off and I can't teleport off. I actually physically have to climb down.
As you do, I think it's going to make an opportunity attack against you.
Yep, that is absolutely fine.
Mostly because I forgot that it should have done that to Karu instead. So it still has its reaction. 26 to hit.
Yep, absolutely fucking hits.
10 bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
Take that.
Where would you like to go?
Well, I mean, if I pass both of them. Yep.
And the deck wizard has the pirate wizard to your southwest here has like a quarterstaff, so you think, I mean, if you were to take an opportunity attack from them, it may not be as bad as the whirlwind, but it's up to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
We've lost you, Dill.
Oh, I'm gonna try to move myself into the middle of the space, so like just over here.
Yeah, good.
Because with that perception before, what was his name?
Scrampy.
On Scrampy, I'm not too worried about Scrampy.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to wizard as a quarterstaff, so fucked. So just yeah.
All right, so you're gonna move away from him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's gonna try and hit you with the quarterstaff. You easily dodge out of the way.
All right. And then, all right. Now, what can I do? What have I got? I am going to. Can I see? Oh, actually, no. I'm gonna mind spike at second level.
All right, on this wizard.
Yeah, so he needs to hit wisdom of 17.
Wisdom save. He succeeded with a 21.
God damn. All right.
To take half damage.
Yes. 6.
Cool. You drill into that wizard with your mind spike. Kind of shudders, grabs his head, and you see him go like, "It's what? We're not real," and then kind of shake it off.
Like, yes, you are not real. None of you are real. And that's the end of my turn.
Love it. Cool.
Sorn will break the fourth wall and be like, yeah, you're all NPCs.
Okay, so he's not. All right. Razdur is gonna see, Karu's at one leg, cutting up with the scimitar. Yama's kind of at his middle, slicing into him. Pauly's up above him, sort of scratching at his face and so on. And he's just gonna say, "Stop being a bratty child. That's enough." And he just lifts up one leg and slams it onto the deck of the ship, triggering a thunderclap. Everyone within 15 feet of him must succeed on a DC 17 Constitution saving throw.
Oh wow!
+3 if you're within 5 feet.
Oh, cool. I already have a +3, so that's +6 for mine.
Am I still rolling a disadvantage?
Yes.
Haha, 20 feet. I'm just outside.
Natty 1.
Ooh.
Oh. What was the DC again?
17.
Shit. Missed by 1.
God, we all failed.
If I wasn't at disadvantage, I would have passed.
With this loud kaboom of a thunderclap, you'll take 32 thunder damage.
Holy shit!
And you are deafened. You can no longer. You just are ringing in your ears.
Can I uncanny dodge that?
I'll allow it.
It is uncanny.
Tricky personality thing.
In this rare instance, I will allow that. Yeah.
Okay, I want
Very few things.
Because I'm disadvantaging everything.
Karu is unconscious.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah, Yama's not far behind.
Yeah, look, if I was one step closer, I'd be very close.
All right. There's these tiny little. There's the swarm of like Tinkerbell style pixies who are all wearing like little bandanas and like have little sword belts and stuff like that. And they're all holding what appear to be like tiny little pistols. Sorn, they fly over past you, and sort of fire, and like little star motes come out and come to strike you. But I assume a 6 won't hit. Does a 13 hit? And a 16. No. So yeah, they kind of fly around you, John wooing as their little Tinkerbells, but you're able to kind of sidestep out of the way. They just kind of fly past your cloak as you step out of the way as these tiny little stars fly past you. Where's this guy? Oh, this guy's way away. He's not going to get there anytime soon. Have I lost all sound or just?
Can you hear us now?
I can hear you.
Hello?
Yeah. Maybe it's just. Yeah, I can hear you. All right, back to the top of the round. It's Pauly.
All Pauly hears is ringing, but he's just going to be like yelling anyway and screaming. And I'm going to attack with my wooden sword.
Mhm.
22.
22 hits.
I can't really do much else because I don't have a second weapon.
No.
Ooh, 30 damage.
So you dive in, Karu kind of collapses at the giant's feet. Yama looks kind of rocked by the thunderous, the wave of sound that's kind of rung his bell, or the bell that he's wearing. And you fly in with that sword. Describe to me how you extract the eye.
Oh, yes!
Yes.
With pretty much just like absolute viciousness. So Pauly is like 2.5 feet, tiny, really tiny, and just like plants both of his taloned feet on either side of the cheek, and this eye is essentially the same size as him, and just brings down the wooden sword and goes, "I hate you!" and just stabs him right above, and then just tries to pluck it out.
So yeah, you pull the eye out as he kind of howls in rage with one hand to the face, tries to slap where you were. You dodge out of the way, and he's kind of swinging the other arm around, blindly to hit you. And Pauly, you hold it aloft, like pierced on the end of this wooden sword, and the nightmare begins to fade around you. The swirling black mist starts spinning, and you are all back in the Palace of Heart's Desire.
Hell yeah.
Oh, nice work, team.
Hell yeah.
That was insane. What the fuck?
We have a dropped Karu though, right? Oh, that's right. And I was mid flight to stab.
Mm-hmm. Now here's an interesting thing. So you all find yourselves kind of coming to off the floor, with Malev in the center of the room, kind of poised in his chair, obviously concentrating on something. Pauly, you're kind of you come to kind of midair as you're flying at him, and we can kind of go back into that in a moment because you were making kind of a surprise attack. You seemingly flying through midair had fallen unconscious and then have come to. You're still flying through the air. That dream, like a lot of dreams, happened in a moment.
Yeah.
But because I am generous as I am handsome, I'm gonna say if you would like to, you can all take a short rest thanks to that falling asleep.
Oh, I like that.
Cool.
Also because you
Awesome.
might need it.
Yeah, I'm gonna use all of my hit dice.
That's right, Josh. Mainly handsome though.
Oh, you only rolled
I
one.
only wanted to use 3. Sorry, that's my fault. I shouldn't have used that many. Alright, so 3d8.
Oh, guys, I'm back up. Back to the top. Alright, now we can do this.
57, that's fine.
So I'll just need, I think,
Are you-
Karu and Pauly to reroll initiative. I know Pauly was at the top of the round, so I can just put you up there if we need to, but...
Yeah, sweet 8. Fuck yes.
I think it was because only Pauly and I, or Sorn and I had like acted.
I had acted, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
And remind me, who's taking care of Elkhorn and who's taking care of Lot?
Elkhorn was me.
Okay.
I've got Lot.
That was I was definitely more than a 4.
Yeah.
I was like, do you want me to roll again?
No, that's all right. I'll just pop you up there. I'm pretty confident you were, we'll say 19.
And because I remember, I think like my stealth roll was like a 31 too.
Yeah.
Wild.
So as we come to, each of you kind of catch yourselves. Those of you that were standing, I mean, Pauly was flying. Karu, you are kind of mid-falling as you come awake and are able to, tentacle to the ground, collect yourself, look around and be like, what the fuck? I was just on a pirate ship. Oh yeah, we're back here. Yeah, like moments have passed. Like split seconds.
Just my initiative. I've got a higher initiative than Pauly. What the hell?
Oh. Suck it,
A
Pauly.
natural.
It never fucking happens. Sorry, I'm just. The computer is.
Yeah, there's a lot of things on the thing. So.
Also, my computer was having a moment, and even though I was like, roll all my hit die, it was like, you mean 8 of them? And I was like, no, all of them.
All of them.
I need everything.
What I'm afraid is that you heard me say a lot when I really meant all.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Oh, am I still deaf?
No. As you all come to, there's maybe sort of like still a ringing in your brain, like echoes of the dream you were just in. But you are, fully in your normal self.
Oh, can I still detect that other pirate wizard?
Because of the mind spike?
Yeah.
Interesting. Because you can detect them wherever they are, right?
Hmm.
I think in this instance you would find that they are like whatever is pulling you towards that is pulling you towards Pauly. Like that was pulled from Pauly's mind.
I'll let everyone know mentally. We're back. This is real.
Yeah, you can definitely now feel that that's like a layer within Pauly's brain that you just escaped from. All right, Karu, you've just sort of, almost like micro-slept awake. In this room, for a reminder, there's sort of a stone elf that's in the middle of the room in sort of a battle pose. You're here with Lot, Ringlrun, Warduke. Malev is kind of still sitting on his throne. Pauly's kind of mid-air flying towards Malev with talon outstretched this time. And you have a moment to act as time slows down for you. What do you do?
Look to Yama and Sorn and ask if we're fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, get him.
Okay.
Someone's just like thumbs up, just like, yep.
Okay, cool. I feel like Karu's still dazed from being knocked unconscious. Just like
You got
I
sent.
didn't think I was going to be first in the order.
What is it in Inception? Because you died in a dream, you woke up in limbo, and you were there for 1,000 years, and now you're back.
Yeah. I've had like 4,000 lives. all happen. I think I'm gonna hybrid because I get my hybrid transform back after a short rest. I think I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and you find yourself awakened in your regular body, right?
Yeah, and I'm like, that's not how I left it. So, so yeah, I get it back after a short rest. So I will hybrid transform as a bonus action. Who's this? Like, this guy's like the Meta Knight dude's like,
Warduke. That was the one that Sorn was fighting one-on-one. Has a big flaming sword.
Looks like Meta Knight.
He does look
Looks
like
like
Meta Knight.
Yeah.
That means he's OP, so be careful.
Just a taller version.
I
know
feel
my
like
Smash
I'm.
lore.
I feel like I'm not gonna have much luck against melee, so I think I'm gonna run and I'm gonna attack that dude.
Mhm. Although you have Mage Slayer stuff, so that.
Oh, actually, yeah. Is me attacking Kellic part of initiative, or was that before?
Uh,
Because I did do it before the dreamy thing happened.
You did do it before the dreamy thing happened. Yeah, I'll let you get an attack in if you want to roll that now.
Just to be that person.
Just
Wanna
interrupt
stab
Karu's
things.
turn. That's fine.
Yeah, sorry. I was just thinking about them too. 26 to hit.
26 hits. Yeah.
You never know.
Shield.
That's true, actually.
Okay. 28 damage. Damn the motherfucker.
Mhm.
That's it. That's all I'll do. I feel like one attack's fair enough. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
making that much of a dick anyway, so it's fine.
Cool.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I am gonna go up to the big bad. I'm not gonna like run directly past that
Sure.
dude, though. I'm gonna like skirt around. I love having 55 movement. It means I don't have to measure shit most of the time. And I am actually just going to strike at him with my hands, like with my claws, because when I do that, I can actually get a third attack in.
Mhm.
I'm just going to do that for the moment. I like to think it's just I'm dazed, I'm confused, I've been in limbo, and so I'm just kind of being a bit savage. So, first attack,
Nice.
24. It's not high damage, but I get to do it 3 times, so that's fine. 6. Second. Ugh.
Okay.
I don't think it does. A 15 hit?
15 does not hit.
It's alright. Third. This is my third one that I can do. 18.
18 hits.
My little stabs with my claws. 6.
So it was 6 and 6, so 12 damage.
Correct. I just want to check something. It is. It doesn't say what kind of damage it is, but I'm damaging with my claws. Like, would you class that as slashing?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't think he's going to move anywhere, but he is like slowed down.
Okay. For sure. Anything else? Do you want to do a... I guess Pauly's handling Elkhorn.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's me.
Cool. Pauly and Elkhorn.
Elkhorn is just going to run right in there. I can't move him for some reason.
Oh, sorry, I moved past him. There we go.
There we go. Perfect. Pauly's going to run right, but he's going to use charge.
Mm.
And he's going to use charge on Yama. So Yama can move up to 30 feet and make an attack or cast a spell.
Oh, I can make an attack. Awesome. I'm
Yeah.
gonna move right
And I get to
up
do my signature
towards
attack.
Duke.
So I get to do my signature attack. Ooh, 8 to hit.
Yeah, and I got a 12 to hit.
Not gonna happen. Wait,
No,
where's
bingo.
Yama
Heavily
attacking
armored
from?
dude. Well, I'm moving up towards.
Oh,
Warduke.
sorry. Yeah.
I get a 30-foot free. Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. Sorry, my bad. I zoned out for a second. I had him up to sleep. Yeah, that will not
Eyes
hit,
went-
unfortunately.
I think that's really it. That's all we can
Yeah,
do now.
that's all we can kind of do.
That's such a dope move, though. Like, such a
It's cool.
ability.
Charge is awesome.
Super cool.
And then Pauly will just stab the fuck away at Kellic.
Mhm.
Then, so, stab with Talon's Wrath. 20? Dirty 20?
Dirty 20. Let's check. As you fly in, you feel like the blade is like dead on target. And thank you, Dylan, for reminding me that this spell exists, because I haven't played a spellcaster in a while.
Oh,
you
God
feel
damn
a
it.
plink as a shield comes up as a
Oh, okay.
reaction.
I thought you were gonna fireball us.
And then, I guess Pauly will then dive away. Go like 15 feet up in the air.
Yep.
And then shoot with. Try and shoot with my pistol shrimp.
Yep.
Little shrimpy. Oh, 14 to hit.
No.
Damn it. That's it. End my turn.
All right. Melev kind of glance. He's got Karu in beast form, sort of slicing at him. You see, well, he has no eyes. It's just sort of the smoke. He kind of turns his head upwards, and you can feel his voice reverberate throughout the halls. And he says, "This is my throne. The realm of desire belongs to me." And the stained glass windows of the room sort of shatter, and the figures made of stained glass that were like in each of the windows leap out of the broken frames and land on the ground.
That's awesome.
Well, they look cool too.
Yeah, let me see.
Oh,
if
they do look cool.
What are they? Glasswork. There you go.
Oh,
Oh, wow, that's
wow.
awesome. What
So
the
these
hell?
stained glass 2D soldiers leap out of the windows and crunch into the glass on the ground.
These swords are so sick.
Alright. Pauly, with you flying away, Melev is going to look up at you, raise a finger, and point at you, and say, "I have seen inside your mind, you feeble creature." And with a crackle of sort of black lightning, a blast comes out at you. Now it just says... I'm not sure if this is an attack roll.
Is it a spell?
It is a spell.
Can I use my reaction to attack him?
Absolutely you can.
Cool. I'll let you keep doing your thing.
That's
then I'll
fine.
do it.
Does that interrupt the spell at all, or just you get a free attack?
I can use my reaction to make a melee attack, and when I damage a creature that is concentrating on a spell, they have disadvantage on the saving throw.
Okay.
So, no, I don't think it interrupts the spell, but I just get to attack.
Yep. So he points a finger up at you, Pauly, and you see this lancing thing come out. Karu, that like opens up the opportunity for you to get a swing in here. But Pauly, you're gonna take damage, and I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
I'm so good at those. 7.
Oh, you don't want that.
Didn't think so.
You're gonna take 17 psychic damage. It's not too bad.
Jesus.
On a failed save, the creature's intelligence and charisma score become 1.
Oh, no.
The creature can't cast spells, activate magic items, understand language, or communicate in any intelligible way. The creature can, however, identify its friends, follow them, and even protect them. At the end of every 30 days, the creature can repeat its saving throw against the spell.
Oh, is this feeble mind or whatever?
This
it
is
is?
feeble mind.
Fuck!
Pauly
Wait, so
just
what the
became
fuck?
dumber.
Oh god.
It's the
You've
easiest way to
reverted
put
into
it.
like a baby.
You're a baby bird. You're an actual
You're a baby bird again.
You're imprinted on us though, so we're good.
The spell can also be ended by Greater Restoration, Heal, or Wish.
So I just have to go level up.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So wait, what else is 1? So my charisma's 1.
And your intelligence.
Fuck me.
And you no longer have the capacity for language. You have become
Yeah,
like
that's true.
a bird. In fact,
Can I fight still?
I'll say yes. Maybe.
It says you can protect.
You can protect your allies.
Oh, I gotta read this.
Yeah. I mean, I think a crow has an intelligence of like 4, maybe. So you're dumber than a crow right now. So I'll let you roleplay that if you think you can make attacks. You definitely, it's going to be a challenge to like, how do you roleplay a very dumb bird.
Basically a seagull.
I know you're up for the challenge.
Okay. All right. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Can I make my attack?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Sorry.
Oh, we're all sweating that.
Oh,
10 is not.
Well,
success, I'm afraid.
that's basically wiping out one of the party before on the BBEG. All right, I'm gonna read about this and think about it.
All right.
I got a while.
Yeah. Ringle Run is going to kind of point his finger at one of the golems and let loose some magic missiles at it.
Well, Timmy, you should have used the inspiration for a reroll.
No, that doesn't sound like me. Fuck that.
That's like the best
Pauly's-
time for a reroll.
No, it's not. No, it's not. That's when Pauly's dumb, and this is why it's good, right? We all need one dummy thick boy, and that's usually the paladin. But Yama's too fucking smart, so now we have a dummy thick rogue instead.
I'm a military tactics thick boy. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't have a golden retriever. We have a scarlet macaw.
That's right. So Ringle Run kind of points at one of the golems and lets loose these magic missiles that bam 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 fly into it and kind of chip off a bunch of the glass. One of these is going to run up to you though, Karu. And with its glass sword, where can it get to? Yeah. So it's going to stand here, kind of, you're there, your big monstrous forms kind of fighting away. It's all the glass starts like refracting the light, and a cone of 15 feet is going to lance out of it here. Can I hit all of you? No. I can hit you two. I need you to make a DC 10 Constitution save, Yama and Karu.
I can't hear Dan. Is that just me?
no, you stopped
He's just
talking.
not
Oh,
talking.
sorry, I muted myself because I was pressing buttons.
He's concentrating.
Yeah. With the light that refracts through this glass soldier, lances out at Yama and Karu, and I need you to both make a con saving throw DC 10.
Come on.
14.
You can't even dispel. You couldn't even dispel Fibber 1 if you wanted to.
No.
Nope.
It's a wild spell.
This is a very powerful creature.
Yeah, I couldn't even counterspell it, even if I had the spell slots. If I had full spell slots, I could. But I don't.
Is that just because of the level of the spell?
Uh-huh.
This thing is wild. This is fucked. I'm screwed. I can't help you guys. I don't see a way that I can actually roleplay that. Attacking.
It's going to attack you with its sword.
Because I can't even use my sword because I can't use my sword or my pistol because they're both magic items.
You just use them and then they don't have a magic effect.
I
Like
would
they
allow
just
you to
become
use
like
your.
a standard.
I would allow you to use your actual talents,
Yeah, that'd be it.
because like a bird would, like
Yeah,
like an
yeah.
animal would.
Oh, like a natural claw attacker.
Though I
Yeah.
think that perhaps sneak attack wouldn't apply.
No, because it'd be screeching uncontrollably.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you get for being the biggest cannon on the team.
I mean, guys, it is swooping season. Let's be honest here.
It is swooping season,
So true.
but you're fluttering up top, aren't you? So you're not in position for any of these guys. He's going to use his full movement. This cockatrice. So this. Do we all know what a cockatrice is? I think it's like a dragon-like worm kind of creature. In fact, I've got a picture for it here. Don't lean too closely.
Oh, that's cool.
Thank you.
Sort of lumbers out, half flapping its wings. In fact, actually, because it flaps wings, it flies. We love that.
you.
We're gonna come at Pauly.
Dan read the chat.
Oh, really? What was the chat?
Let them suffer.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah, that was Nick. Nick was like, "Let them suffer."
So the cockatrice kind of flies up to where you are, Pauly, and you and it kind of fly around each other, these two bird-like creatures. It's going to bite at you, and you're going to take 4 piercing damage, which you can uncanny dodge if you really want to. But
I was going to say. Yeah, I was going to say. No, I won't. I'll take that.
You must also succeed on a DC 11 Constitution saving throw.
Okay, 1 second. Sorry.
While he's doing that, I will move on to the next creature's turn.
What was it again?
DC 11 Constitution saving throw.
4, baby.
Oh
Wow.
God.
You feel not only is your brain gone and your ability of speech gone, but you start to feel your limbs go as well. You are restrained, so your wings kind of lock up and you fall to the ground.
I'd probably take some fall damage too.
Yeah, we'll just say like take 2 damage. It's not you weren't. I don't think you were super high up.
Yeah, 6 damage.
But you are beginning to turn to stone. On your end of your next turn, you have to make another check. If you fail, you are petrified.
Yeah, Dad,
right,
this is the
let's go.
first round. What are you doing, Dad?
I'm sorry, but Timmy actually asked for this at the beginning of the episode because he said he was getting
Getting
Pauly
it tattooed.
tattooed on
Yeah,
him,
correct.
and so
Correct.
That's
you
so
tempted
true.
fates.
It might be a rest in peace tattoo. The way this is going.
Like you said, it's going to be solely.
The Glasswork
Go.
Golem runs up to where you are fighting Warduke Yama. It takes 2 swings at you. A 12 and a 16, I assume, will not hit, though.
Nope. Ding ding.
What's also great is I have another cockatrice here, just in case.
Bruh.
Back off with the birds, alright?
Oh, you want to bring birds that fuck up my game? I got birds that fuck up your game.
I didn't bring any birds.
Karu, it bites at you ineffectively, and you're able to step out of the way easily, and avoid that. Sorn, it's your turn. Then we got Yama.
Well. Damn it. I could do something really good, but it's definitely going to hit Karu, so I'm not going to do that.
Do it. You should just do it.
I mean, with Pauly and feeble-minded, I don't think, what is it, 3d10 acid damage to Karu would go well.
Karu got fully healed thanks to the short rest. He's fine.
Yeah, I'm back up
Too
to
hard.
full health.
Well, I mean, I could do... Wait. Do I have anything better that has a similar splash damage effect?
Does your meta magic let you shape spells? No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've got,
Oh, wait. It's the rose, though, isn't it? I just realized.
Yeah, I was going to use the rose. Alright. Well, I want to try something with one of my nightmare crystals.
Mhm.
I want to see if I can sort of shatter this reality in a way that would bring in some help for us from the...
Ooh.
So I want to, use my Eldritch Blast, put my Eldritch Power into one of the crystals and then, smash it into the ground and see if it'll bring us some assistance.
Sure. Do you want to give me a Arcana check? I'm happy for it to be a charisma-based Arcana because it's your willpower. It's your connection to the dream that you're trying to manifest, and it's going to be in competition with Malev's Arcana.
Yep. Okay. So I'll just make a flat charisma roll then.
Well, whatever your charisma plus arcana
yeah, so
proficient.
it's-
Are you proficient with arcana?
Yes, I am.
Okay, yeah. So your charisma plus proficiency, and you've got a bit of 15.
Okay, are we all in agreement that I can use a inspiration if need be?
They're there for the team.
I'm definitely going to use the
This game's
inspiration.
pay to win, mate. You can. Are you using it?
Yeah, absolutely. That's that. And then I'm going to use because I had a short rest.
Your arcana. You've just rolled arcana, but it's instead of a +4. Shouldn't it be more than that because you're using a charisma arcana?
Well, it'd be a +5, so it's 13. Because I've got +4 on arcana, but then I've got favored by the gods because I got my short rest in.
Sure, if you want to use that.
Roll the 4, and that is 6. So 13 plus 6 is 19.
So you power into this one of the nightmare crystals, smash it onto the ground, destroying it, and what breaks open is part of the room around you kind of gets forced out, and you can see sort of the black sand beach of your dream sort of beneath you and around you, and you're trying to sort of call in help.
Yeah, I'm trying to call in some form of assistance that could sort of turn the tide a bit.
Yeah. You see figures start to form, kind of pulled in from elsewhere in this realm. And you recognize at least one of them. It is Morgort, the Knight of Warts. And so surrounding you all of a sudden is an army or a small squad of bullywugs. And they look around and they're like, Shadow King!
Do something.
Is it time for the sausage sizzle contest?
No, that thing in the middle there, that thing is against the sausage party. Get it.
Excellent. Sorn sort of conjures up or pulls from his part of this realm a small army of bullywugs, and rather than, I'm just gonna kind of they swarm. Do you send them at Melev? Do you send them at Warduke? Who are you sending them at?
Can I send 3 at Warduke and 3 at Melev?
Sure. So we'll go these big boys.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
Rush in.
My people, they're here.
Total chaos.
Knew there was a reason that I became the Shadow King.
How am I going to resolve this? Can you roll just like 3 d20 for me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, 3 separate d20s. My bad.
19, 9, and 7
Okay.
were the rolls.
Yeah. 19, 9, and 7 against Warduke. Yep. So they run into your bullywug knights with their sort of javelins, kind of rush in, and they're like, "For the Shadow King!" And then start kind of stabbing. Most of them are kind of ineffective, but one of them lands a pretty good blow, injuring him a little bit, but not massively. And the others can't get into Melev from where they are, but they're going to surround this cockatrice and go to town. And can you roll me 3 separate d20s again?
Yeah, I'll just catch the roll for you. Damn it. Up that 8 times. 3, 6, and 17.
3, 6, and 17. Uh, 3, 6, and 17. Cool. So they're gonna do. So 2 of them land kind of solid hits on this cockatrice, and start getting its attention. And Not quite, but getting close to bloodying that creature.
Okay, and then I am going to, against my better judgment,
I put it past your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna movement to get into here.
Okay.
Wolf.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I want to be able to touch melee on my next turn.
Mm-hmm.
When the spellcaster comes in.
Hey, I have some pretty powerful touch spells.
Yeah, don't let Sorn touch you. Consent or otherwise. Yama.
Oh, well, you're within 5 feet of me, so it's for the best.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was.
You totally planned that.
Exactly.
What in the action economy is a potion?
Typically, it's a proper action, though I'm willing to lean more on the Baldur's Gate style rules, where drinking a potion yourself is a bonus action, but if you wanted to throw it at a friend or administer it to a friend, it's an action.
Oh, okay, sweet. So I will pop this potion of Hill Giant Strength.
Ooh.
So I'm just gonna override my score. Amazing. So I'm getting a sweet bonus to hit now. So I'm gonna take 2 swings on Warduke. Swing number 1 is a goddamn 16.
Not going to do it. Now, does that
Okay.
factor in your new strength?
It does, yeah.
Okay.
D&D Beyond changes it. 25. There
25
we
will
go.
definitely hit.
Alright, so this is 1d6, and I'm gonna use it's 15 damage, and I'm just gonna smite. I have a level 2 spell, so I'm adding 48. Yeah, so that's 11. 11 plus 15, yeah, so 26 damage.
26 damage, very good.
Cool, and that's my turn.
He doesn't love that. Anything from Lot?
Oh, Lot could... Is anyone down?
No.
No,
I don't think
right?
anyone's taken damage except Pauly,
In
Stuff.
his mind.
Mm.
In his mind, yeah.
Good old mind damage.
Ah, you fall for it every time.
I know, it's great. I love it.
She's gonna Sacred Flame, which is 2d8 at the cockatrice. That's just down this one here. Not ping. Nah. The one that's next to Karu. 8 damage.
Oh, yeah, 8 damage. Sacred Flame's just going to make a dexterity save.
Yeah, DC 14.
It fails and takes 8 damage. That bloodies the creature.
Yeah, suck it. That's a lot.
Cool. The Clockwork Golem, who was kind of hit by the magic missiles, is going to make a run at Ringle Run and start slicing into him with his glass sword. You hear the sort of swing swing of a two-dimensional blade bear down on him. One's a critical miss, and the other one is a 14. Come on, game. Which will hit. So yeah, he's able to dodge out of one of the attacks, but the second one slices into him, and it's that sort of paper cut style. It's not very deep, but it's long, and you can tell that it hurts. All right. Warduke now.
Bring it on.
His flaming sword just kind of booms around, and he kind of lets out this kind of high-pitched Nazgul-like screech. And anyone not within Yama's aura, which I think might be everyone, who's in your aura, Yama?
Well, my aura, if it's for fear, is 10 feet.
10. So everyone here, 10, 15. All of your allies, apart from Pauly's got his own problems, have to make a charisma saving throw. I'm just going to roll.
You know what's really good, guys? My charisma right now is -5.
Saw
Oh yeah,
that.
can you give me a charisma saving throw
I can absolutely do that for you, Dan.
at that
We're
at
so
that one
curious.
charisma that you have?
14. I got a 19.
Okay, you are feeble-minded, you are restrained, turning into stone, and you are also frightened, which is probably an appropriate response.
Oh,
Um,
Pauly.
Wow, Pauly's not as dumb as we thought. He's actually going to try and run away.
Shit.
Uh,
It might be for the best that you get frightened here.
And all these guys are within your aura, but Ringle Run and Lot are not, and Thinnings are not. 5, 10, and these two Bullywog Knights are not. So let's go.
Paladin.
See. Two of these Bullywogs they're more afraid of this thing than they are of Sorn for now. And so is Lot. I just rolled them as a group because we've got a lot of shit on the board right
It's
now.
easy, yeah.
Playing 5D chess at the moment.
Seeing this sort of resplendentness coming out of Yama, though, the fact that, he can see that his screech was kind of buffeted away by Yama's nonsense. He's going to start wailing on you with this flame tongue sword, Yama.
Bring it on. I'm so ready.
So, first attack, he absolutely fails. Second attack, 15.
Nope.
Third attack, 28.
Oh, wow. Okay, that was a big, big difference.
He does 14 slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And 9 fire damage.
14 and 9. Cool.
That's his turn. One of these golems is going to come up and start beating on Lot.
What?
What is Lot's AC? Does a 16 hit?
No, she's got an 18 AC.
Okay. Then she's fine. Despite being very afraid, she kind of jumps out of the way. And a cockatrice is going to fly at you, Sorn.
Mm-hmm.
I assume a 4 does not hit your armor class.
No.
All right. Top of the round. We're going to call it in just a moment, as I know it is late. But as sort of that 6 seconds of combat pops off, we see Pauly, feeble-minded, turning to stone from a bite. Karu sort of going crazy, wailing on Melev. Sorn smashes the thing, summons all these bullywogs, and kind of runs in further. Yama grows extra strong thanks to drinking a potion. And the smoke and smog from Melev starts to whirl around again. And you all feel kind of your eyes growing heavy and heavier and heavier.
Can I please know if I got petrified or not, please?
That'll be on your next turn, which is
No.
not yet. The coils of nightmare energy engulf you once again, and you feel the pressure of water all around you. You're inside an expansive building under the ocean, it seems, surrounded by architecture that looks oddly alien in design. In front of you, there floating underwater, is a young sea elf that looks remarkably like Karu, but without any extra appendages. He's nervously swimming about as 4 sea elves in matching dark grey sealskin bodysuits and masks are dragging 2 heavily injured elves into pods. One of them says to a sort of authority figure, "We were able to recover Gular and Dorperos. We're still looking for Lyric. Karu is the last member of his unit." And this figure kind of swims over to you, Karu, and says, Karu, I am Mother Naoki. Report the mission status. Were you successful? And that's where we'll end it this week.
Yes, backstory.
Dan, we have to have a discussion about this, I think.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I hope I got the names right.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
Brilliant. I was like, what did I call them again? I was like, oh, sick. Good names.
Yeah.
Your pronunciation sounded very awesome. So.
But yeah, so that's where we'll drop it this week, and we'll return next week in perhaps Karu's dream or nightmare, and see how we get out of this one.
Sick.
Let's play again tomorrow.
Hope you all enjoyed that. Sorry, Pauly, for being my punching bag a little bit, not only in your nightmare, but I've also crippled you very aggressively,
Yes,
which is
I love
hilarious.
I love it.
Especially once I reread that spell, and I'm like, oh, he doesn't need to make a spell attack. It just happens. That's what high-level spells do now. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hopefully some sort of powerful being can grant wish or greater restoration or whatnot in your near future, or else Pauly might be stuck like that for a while.
I think that'd be funnier.
Oh my
Well, he's been old, and he's been young, and now he's
Stoned.
brainless and stoned, possibly.
Brainless
And
and
Dead as
Stone.
stone. He's literally dumb as rock.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's it. We'll call it there. It's 9:09. I know people have to get to bed and so on. I'll end the stream there. Thank you to people in the chat. I saw a lot of action in there, but I wasn't able to focus too much. I had a lot of plates spinning. But thank you for watching, and thanks to all of you here at the table, keeping them entertained and paying to win. You've got 3 inspirations left. We'll see if we have to burn them all before the end of the combat.
Oh, we will.
That's it for us. Bye-bye.
Bye.